strong characters. South Africa don't really have strong characters. Everybody, we've got too many followers. Nobody really wants to step up and lead by example and be a destiny man. You know, somebody that's destined to take South Africa to greater heights, and that's what Nelson Mandela implemented in South African people. You know, that we don't need to follow everybody. Sometimes it's good just to stand up and lead by example, and people would, you know, and then you get things done. But we don't have enough of those kind of people in South Africa, and that's why we always fall short at the last hurdle. They should be, because they are the future. They are the next generation. And I feel if the right development is there for our youth, then we'll definitely can look forward to a brighter future. Like for an example, with the Nike chance that they have, you know, it takes a lot of young players from underprivileged areas and give them the opportunity to make a great start in their life, in their careers, whatever it is they want to succeed at, and take them off the streets and then give them an opportunity, you know, to expand whatever brand it is you want to expand, and then turn it into a David Beckham, a Wayne Rooney, a Cristiano Ronaldo, a Lionel Messi. So those are the sort of things when we talk about development that can help our youth and making South Africa the future. They feel that the road is tough and they see only the good part about my achievements. Nobody really want to believe that I was in the same struggle as them, and they only see driving the nice cars, the beautiful houses, the luxury side of what your achievements is. But I feel also it's necessary for us to go out and explain to people what we really went through, so that they can get the same feeling that you are. They can relate to you because you've been there, and the road that you took that got you there. So that is what they need to see in terms of them being able to follow you into your footsteps. But because they don't see that, they only see the bright side of it, and that's why a lot of people just end up just throwing in the towel, because they just think it's too difficult to get there. When I grew up, it was extremely tough, and we just basically we were just a couple of years into democracy, where you can get opportunities now because we had a free South Africa. Everybody was one vote, one person, you know. So those were much, much tougher years, and to strive for success was probably more, people were more hunger for success. Now that things have changed in the new generation, things have changed and things are much, much better and much easier than what it was back in the days. So now young players, young kids feel that even if they don't succeed, even if they don't make it as footballers, as rugby players, as cricketers, as a lawyer and that, life is still good in South Africa, where they don't have to fall far behind. So they still have it pretty easier now. And that's why it's just easy. If you don't make it, well, there's something else, you know. But back when I was taught, if you fail, it's gone. So you literally had to sacrifice everything to make it in life and as a sportsman. And that's probably why it wasn't easy back then, and that's why a lot of us had more hunger for it. Yeah, most definitely. I think if we can learn from the past, then I don't see why shouldn't we do it. We should learn what we did good and what worked for us then, and then just put it back into the modern game, and that will probably help South Africa like jump up in the rankings and change our football and that. And then And that can be a change, because now I just feel now everything is too easy in the modern game, in modern South Africa. So players are not even bothered about wanting to come and play in Europe, wanting to test themselves and come out and play against the Wayne Rooneys, the Chelseas, the Evertons, the Man Uniteds, the Arsenals, you know. People they don't challenge themselves anymore to be that as a dream. Their dream is now is, oh, if I play at Ajax Cape Town, I've made it. If I play at Kaiser Chiefs, at Pirates, I've made it. Yeah, you've made it, but you've made it on a small scale, you know, and in world football, it's not enough. It's not enough. South Africa needs more bodies playing, competing in the best leagues in the world. And then when we do come back to the national team, then we've got a lot of resources how that we can better our football. Nike, I guess they seen something. They seen something that was there that they could turn into some global attraction, or South Africa, you know, and and they snapped me up and they signed me up. So, you know, so I've been with Nike all my life, so I don't know any other. So for me, you put all the sponsors combined that I've had over my years as a footballer, and there was quite a lot of great sponsors and good sponsors, and then you add them all up, and it doesn't even come close to the significance that Nike has for me. So yeah, it's part of my family. I don't know if I'm a child of Nike or if they are one of my adopted children now, but that's the sort of relationship that I have with them, and I hope a lot of footballers or a lot of sports personalities out there, they can have something like that, you know, and then I think sport will be good. I've started out with the Nike Premier Tempos, and those were my all-time greatest boots ever. And I think since then, Nike has changed its face so much, and they've gone from being beautiful to being absolutely gorgeous, you know, making all the different kind of Nike boots. But I've stuck to my beautiful Nike Premier Tempo, so I've played with them throughout my career, and best boot in the world, I think. And till this day, I even wear sneakers, Nike Premier Tempos, and most comfortable wear, and yeah, those are my ultimate legends. Yeah, I'm to her, I'm just me. You know, she's daddy, and she knows that, because everybody, when the mom is furious at me, she calls me Benny. So that's why the little one, when she sees me on TV, she goes and she says, Benny, Benny, Benny. And then in person, when she sees me, it's daddy. So I would prefer it that way, because then when she sees me, then it's got that more personal, loving relationship, you know, where she calls me daddy and she acknowledges. And as the sportsman, I'm not a daddy. I'm Benny to the world. So yeah, so I don't mind her calling me Benny and daddy. Self-belief, and that everything is out there. We just gotta go out and fight it. If you want it really bad, you go out and work for it. Sitting back in your house, nobody's gonna give it to you on a silver platter. You gotta go out and make it work for yourself, first of all. And I think that's the one thing that we really need to change, because even sometimes I have it within me as well, because I feel like, because of the situation how South Africa was, like, I feel self-pity, and you feel that, yeah, somebody's got to hand you things all the time, instead of you just getting up and go and do it, fight for it by yourself. So I think that's what we need to change, first of all, about ourselves, to have more self-belief that you can go out there and and do anything. The sky's the limit.